As promised, we proceed to give you what you need. Come on. One day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick. Let's continue to grind, to shine, baby. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Sit back, we're going to talk about this. This is a review. Come on. Hey. Oh. Come on. Let's go. Shout out to all of the SGs. Notification squad. Mount up. Come on. Right. They say let's get this the best way possible. Huh? You see, a lot of times people have their own things on their mind. I come here to tell you all I got something too. Come on. No sleep for the weary, right? No rest for them as well. No, we don't fold like wallets or lawn chairs. No, where they do that at? Come on. Shout out to you, Chuck. Shout out to you, Jason. I see you, fam. IK1LL. I can't say it, but I can spell it. Let's go. More money. They say more money, more problems, huh? Mayfield, we want that type of issue, right? Come on. Come on. Marlon Blunt. Let's go. Hey. Come on. Let's grind for your mind. Hey. All right. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to all the notification squad. Squad up. Yeah. Right. We still loading up. A little snafu, but we got this. Y'all ride on out with the nation, baby. Let's go. Can't stop a tank without a key. Let's go. Come on. All right. Hey. Oh. Come on. Wherever this picture at, I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Oh my goodness. I can't get the picture off. Get out the way. Come on. When I tell you the picture was stuck and I was trying to unstuck it, you know, try to get the picture out the way, but I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to figure out how I can delete that picture, get it out the way. I can't get it out the way, but hey, you guys see me anyway. Cowboy Nation, I mean, maybe if I can make it so tiny it go away. That's what I could do. That's ways of fooling around and fixing this thing, but I don't want it to be right here. Maybe if I can, there you go. Just move it all the way out the way that way, and I'll have to find it somewhere in the file. But I really appreciate y'all regardless of the situation. Look, let's turn me up anyway. Come on. That's how we ride through that thing. Nothing can stop the nation. We riding through that thing. Let's go. Let's go. What? Let's go. Let's go. What? No picture get in the way, y'all. no picture get in the way, y'all. That's going hot right now over this beat. Baby, let's go, march all feet. Let's get this thing crunk one way or another. Baby, let's get this thing crunk. Baby, let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so mad at that. But I really appreciate y'all for dealing with me with that technical difficulties. All right, so my name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys football and beyond. So the topic of the hour or the topic of the day or the month, or we can go on for like this complete off season, been about this guy named Kyle Pitts, right? And then on top of that, it's been about should the Cowboys draft this or should the Cowboys draft needs, right? Or should the Cowboys look into the situation and say, all right, cool, let's trade back, which I don't disagree with any of these topics here. I'm always with the belief of how we can make this team better. How can we get these things going in the right direction? Here's the thing. I've been saying on this show for many of months now that a lot of people like to put things in boxes. A lot of people, shout out to you, Chris, for the stars. Maybe they get me a better situation. Y'all don't tell me the King Kong movie yet. Don't tell me the Godzilla versus King Kong movie yet. I got to watch it. It's on HBO. So when I finish with this, maybe I can watch some of that. But neither here nor there. I'm going to try not to read it if you guys try to spoil it for me. But let me move this over here right quick. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, so my thing is, and this is my whole point of it, because people listen to the tail end of it, and they say, well, Law, he's all in only on this player. I'm with the belief of best player available. Can y'all say that with me? Best player available. Not like my dog Jason says he got booty clapping. Nah, we ain't talking about clapping booties, right? We talking about best player available, right? And Cedric, appreciate you for your love and adulations. So my thing is, if the Cowboys have on their particular board Slater, let's say I'm going to use Slater as an example if you don't mind. All right, let me put this up there. Let me see who has Slater right here. Leon Brown says, give me Slater. Let's use Slater for example. If the Dallas Cowboys got Slater on their board, higher than Pitts, higher than Surtain, higher than any other players, then they should pick Slater. They shouldn't play around with this thing. I've seen where people on my Twitter was saying like, okay, Law, which is cool. What if you have Slater only slightly higher than, dare I say, a Surtain? Maybe what if it's like uneven? What if Slater's slightly higher? Then you go with Slater. You got to stay true to your board. You got to stay true to what you believe in within the confines of your system. You cannot, and I love the way Bryan Broaddus put it, you can't window dress your board. You can't. That's why I love math. 2 + 2 will always be 4. You can't manipulate it. It will always be 4. Matter of fact, it's the universal language. We can go to Mars. You take 2 rocks, you take the other 2 rocks, it's still going to equate the same number. We can go to China. We can go to Guam. We can go to South Africa. 2 + 2 will still equate or equal the same number. It's the universal language. And that is what the truth is about. The truth will always set you free. But the strangest thing about truth is stranger than fiction. Also, the truth is the hardest pill to swallow. Everything that you are in life, basically where you are at, is set upon your own mindset, believe it or not. You think to where you are at. Some people can look at the sun and say it's too bright, but some people can look at the sun and say it's hope. That's the craziest thing about life and how you view it. So Santee says BPA. Cal Witchman says BPA. Yeah. So it's Pitts if at 10. This is from Jason Kojak. My thing is, what I'm saying is that whoever the best player available, and this is the craziest thing of it all, We don't have access to the Dallas Cowboys locker room, draft room, pro room, the head of Jason. I'm about to say Jason Garrett, but I'm thinking about Jason Garrett. Maybe something's going on tonight, right? Or Jerry Wine Jones and John Stephen Jones. We don't have the mind. We don't have their mind brain waves. We don't have that, right? So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, we can only go off of previous results or the past. I've seen where people came up with this notion that last year draft with drafting CeeDee Lamb was horrible. I've seen where people literally wrote a long excerpt about law. They went with best player available last year, and look what they got. They got CeeDee Lamb. Like that was a bad move. Newsflash. They wanted to pick Trayvon Diggs with that pick. Oh, by playing it wise and playing it safe, they got him in a second. Look at that value, right? Look at that reasoning there. And on top of that, as hard pressed as it is, we got to look at the draft as not as an isolation situation. You got to look at the draft as a long window. It takes a minute for the draft to go through, and normally you got to rate it and grade it at 3 years. It's not something that you look at the draft 1 year and say, okay, this is where we at. This is what we're going to be at. This is our ceiling right here. No, you got to look at it as a full picture. Appreciate everybody that's watching. If you guys could do me a big favor, if you're watching, please hit that like button, share this content. The like button does something weird to the algorithm that it helps out everything, and it helps out the interactions. You know, it helps the community grow and everything. So not looking for any remunerations, just looking for that like button. Y'all smash that like button if you like it. If not, you know, even downvote. Either way, it let me know that the interaction is there. So either you like it or dislike it. I would like the information out there, put out there to the world and the masses to see. Here's the situation. Lamb was a BPA, so that should give us confidence that we would take BPA from here on out. This is from Kyle. Yeah, you spitting nothing but the truth. You spitting at me over here with the truth. And as I let a lot of people come in before I play the clip, this is the NFL Insider. The clip will go into more details of what I'm talking about. But before I get into that part of it, Cowboy Nation, hear me out. Just hear me out. This team, in general, I'm hearing so many people saying that, hey, if you do not go with the draft pick as it relates to defense first, then team will run all over us. I don't see how you come up with that conclusion because of the simple fact of this right here, Cowboy Nation. So you mean to tell me you're going to draft a defensive tackle with the 10th pick? You're gonna draft who you gonna draft for the 10th pick? That's the value of that. It's weird to me. You got to sit back. You got to wait and make your move and make it wisely. Play your cards right. Santee says we drafted Taco over TJ. Yeah, you know. Let me see if I can clear this out the way. And let me see if I can refresh right here. This is on my gram right quick. And, of course, I did several videos here. I posted this earlier. And this is no shade because I believe in the hearts of hearts that Greg Ellis was solid for us. He was really solid for us. It wasn't like he was horrible. It was just that his comparable of what we could have had was light years amongst each other. And, of course, we can look at the aspect of it and say to ourselves and say, hey, Randy Moss had all of this stuff off the field that he was going through. Here's why you have to look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. And I know that a lot of people are going to say to themselves, hey, that's just one isolated situation. No. At the time, I believe the Dallas Cowboys, of course, they was like 10th ranked or 11th ranked defense collectively. And they said, okay, we still need to help out this defense with a defensive edge guy. He didn't have a lot of bend to him, but he was pretty good at the college that he was coming out of. And one can argue that Greg Ellis was solid for the Dallas Cowboys. But did he ever play to the level or the expectation that a Randy Moss was able to do? No. And we can look at it and say, man, this is all a crap shot, right? You know, we never know how a person would look at it once they get onto the Dallas Cowboys. They may change completely. Jason says Morris Claiborne is why I'm nervous with the corner that high. Well, my thing is, before I go into details with the Morris Claiborne, we had a guy named Byron Jones, and I'm not trying to point fingers at him because I believe he was a solid draft pick. I believe that the Cowboys sullied him and denigrated his process because they said, okay, we drafted a guy for a cornerback role and we put him at safety. We put him down in the slot. Oh, let's put him back at cornerback. And then he made All-Pro, I believe, one year. Or he made Pro Bowl at 1 year. And then they said, okay, we did all of this. We developed this kid. Now, hey, bye. Shoot, we don't want to pay you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, that's flat out crazy, right? A similar situation with Anthony Get Down Brown. His rookie year, great, showed up, made some plays, made it all the way to the playoff. Let's bench him. I'm like, why? Because they still wanted to uncover the faults that they saw, or they really wanted to showcase that Morris Claiborne, their number one draft pick for many of years ago, was available to be that outside corner. And the first thing I saw was Aaron Rodgers lighting that kid up like a Roman candle. I was sitting there like, good Lord. And I'm not saying that Anthony Brown would have did anything different, but he was on pace. He was, matter of fact, I kid you guys not, I think Anthony Brown was drafted the same year. Well, no, he was drafted. What year Anthony Brown was drafted? Y'all put it in the comment box. But I believe his year one was equivalent to Jalen Ramsey, I believe. It was one of those things where he was having semi-decent year, his first year. Wherever it was his first year, and I know some people can say blasphemous, you know. But Anthony Brown had a great, or let's say decent, solid campaign his first year. Now, going all the way back to the Mo Claiborne. Dallas Cowboys scouts and those guys that was in the scouting room when they drafted Mo Claiborne and some of the outside NFL aficionados, they were out there saying that Mo Claiborne, collectively speaking, and his draft grades were higher, even higher than Patrick Peterson, I believe, or higher than Deion Sanders, I believe. So it was crazy. So, yeah, it was 2016. Sadiq with Charles, appreciate you so much. See, I know my mind is late, but I know my mind is together, right? And it was literally, y'all look it up. Y'all look up Anthony Get Down Brown, rookie year, comparable to Jalen Ramsey. But that's the story of a different day. I'm not saying that he had the potential to be that high, but we got to really dive into this aspect of, all right, defensive backs. Yes, I love defensive back. Everybody know I've been beating on my chest saying, hey, defense win championships. So you guys should clearly just understand that, hey, Law ain't out here just a lot. He ain't out here lying to kick it, man. Law out here, he's telling you guys what he believes. And what I believe is that this team really need to take a real good picture into this right here, giving y'all the side angle, you know. I didn't even check it before I click over. Yeah, give y'all side angles. But I didn't even try to circumvent this thing by saying, okay, Cowboy Nation, let's only do it this way. Let's only do it that way. No. Let's see. More physical, bro. Go back to hockey or baseball. Shout out to you, Constantine. You talking about John. Let me see what John had to say. What he had to say. Surtain is taller and more physical. Oh, taller than Mo Claiborne or more physical than Mo Claiborne? Or are you talking about that comparable to or compared to what's his name? J.C. Horn, right? Appreciate you though. Let's get right into it, and then from there we can talk about this assessment. But I would like to listen in to 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to them. When the video is finished, uploaded, and everything, I'll post a link in the description box. But you guys might have already heard most of it anyway. But it says the NFL insider Michael Lombardi, Cowboys should sprint to draft Kyle Pitts. And he gives his explanations why. And this is just a free-flowing discussion. It's not nothing that's inked on paper and stuff like that, but this is just their conversation.
I think, I got great respect for the Bucs, man, and I love him to death, but I don't know where he's getting his information. I respect it, but I think what I'm told reliably by people in the know, let's just put things in perspective, okay? Today's a workout. Where's Kyle Shanahan today?
He's watching Mac Jones.
He's in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He's at Alabama.
Talking about it.
Okay, they sent to figure out where his interests are.
The Cowboys, I guess Surtain may have kind of elevated his stock just a little bit.
Appreciate you, Todd, for making a donation to help elevate this thing. Really do appreciate you. Let me see if I can get this thing popping before we play that. There we go. It says live like 95.
This is Sparta!
This episode will also be located on the Law Nation's original page. Hey, liberation for Law Nation, baby, because I'm still locked down. I would not be able to go live on my original page until June the 2nd. But I really appreciate y'all love and adulations over here on the 2.0 page as well as the Facebook. Let's go.
With some of the way he worked over the weekend, I don't know. But the Cowboys have kind of been locked in at corner. They've had offensive linemen thrown in the mix there too. Those are all, in general, kind of boring places, right, for Jerry Jones. Do you think that that's driving him nuts, not having, something that's super splashy?
I don't know. I think the only thing the Cowboys can do, and the best thing they can do, is get the best player. I don't think they have a luxury of just picking by need. Do they need a corner? Here's the reality you got to ask, right?
Y'all listen up. This is a pivotal point right here. I know most of you guys might have already heard this today, but listen in to what Michael Lombardi had to say about Cowboys must figure this thing out and don't have the luxury of drafting need right now. Let's listen in.
All right, Dan Quinn's the new defensive coordinator.
Yep.
They play zone 80% of the time in the Pete Carroll system. Do you want to spend a high draft pick on a corner that's going to play 80% Jones? A zone? I don't want to hear, well, they had Richard Sherman. No, they were a zone team when they had Richard Sherman. They were a zone team when they had Byron Maxwell. They've been a zone team in Seattle 80 to 90% of the time. Now, they play cover 3 zone, and when a receiver comes into their area, they take him in a man-to-man. But they're a zone concept.
All right, so are you guys familiar with zone concept? Are you guys familiar with that? And listen in to what he said 80% of the time. And I'm not sitting here saying that the Cowboys should just gloss over all of the cornerbacks because we playing in a zone principle. But if you guys played any level of football, you'll know for sure that those principles is a whole lot different than man-to-man lockdown or isolation look. But let's listen to more what he has to say.
A lot of money to spend on a zone corner. Now, if you're going to change the scheme and you're going to play more cover 1 or you're going to play a lot of more cover 5, 2 deep man under, that's fine. But you got to ask yourself that question. Pete Carroll, up until the time he paid Sherman, really didn't want to pay anybody other than the free safety, the strong safety, which impacts the middle of the field, and the defensive front. That's how they always handled that scheme. Free safety, strong safety, middle linebacker, defensive line. That's how they paid it.
I think I might know, since you said take the best player, but what if for some reason the best player sitting on the board was Kyle Pitts? Do you still take him if you're the Cowboys, knowing the defense?
You better. If he makes it to them, they just sprint that card in. Are you kidding me? The tight ends are the most versatile player in all of football. You got to take tight. Look, the one thing about the tight end is they create matchup problems for you, right? You want to play a small corner against them, good luck. You want to play a slow safety against them, good luck. What you want to be able to accomplish in football is to put one formation on the field, right? Play 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends, and then make the defense have to adjust to you. If they want to play base against that, then you throw the ball. If they want to play nickel against that, then you run the ball. It's not a complicated game, but what makes it complex is the ability of your players.
So he's talking about the ability of the player. Let me get this. Michael Osborne.
This is Sparta!
Appreciate you so much. Won't be able to watch the show tomorrow with it being my birthday, but keep up the context coming. Okay. Keep it going and let's go. Appreciate you so much, Michael Osborne. Shout out to you on your birthday. I really appreciate you for help elevating the nation. Matter of fact, man, drop your Cash App link, man. Maybe we can do the inverse, man. Maybe we can send you something, and we can get you going on a great trip for your birthday. And I really appreciate you for watching. So, did you guys get the concept of what Lombardi is saying? And I'm not saying that he's 1,000,000% right, because you can look at it and say, okay, well, if it's a zone concept and if we plan more, I guess the 3 deep look or the cover 3, even if we're not going to play the cover 1 as much, why spend all your resources on that when I believe that in the second or in the third, I can go grab a cornerback and throw him out there and he'd be just as valuable. Or allow Reggie Robinson to get some reps in this thing and let him play. Or we can look at it like, okay, we understand. We understand the aspect of Kyle Pitts, and we understand the aspect of Patrick Surtain. But is Patrick Surtain light years or so far apart from Kelvin Joseph, right? He ran a 4.34 today, right? Or the day before yesterday. Pretty fast, in my opinion. Or is he light years ahead of Melifonwu? Eric Stokes, is he light years ahead of the Tyson Campbell? Is he that far apart from J.C. Horn, who you can probably look at that 10 pick and put fillers out there and say, okay, we're going to trade back from this spot. And maybe we pass up on Slater, pass up on Sewell if he falls, or we can pass up on Pitts. And my thing is, with the moving back situation, sometimes it is better to stay where you at, ride the horse you rode in on, right? That old folks saying. Or, don't get too cute with it. You got a first-round talent right here. Trust your board. Trust all of the evaluations you did. You got a gang of multiple picks as it relates to compensatory picks and beyond. Why not package those things up and move up a little bit? Shout out to you always, lady. Appreciate you.
This is Sparta!
Appreciate you always, lady. Appreciate you for celebrating this moment right now of giving $5 to help enhance this nation over here. Keith Davis says, Big Law, can we have the best DB in the league? But it's pointless if we can't put pressure on the quarterback. Keith is speaking nothing but the gospel. God honest truth right there. Shout out to you, Uncle Charles. I hope your birthday went well. Thank you so much for jumping in. This is what Keith Davis had to say right here. Oh, my bad. I ain't going to kick you out of here. But here you go. My bad, Keith. But he says, this is truth. This is truth right here. Let me see if I go to my Instagram page and I go all the way up. I think somebody messaged me earlier. And I kind of retweeted this or quoted him. He says, people don't understand that you draft BPA and in free agency you feel needs. Go after superstars in the draft. Go after the best player available in the draft. You see, in the free agency, Cowboy Nation, you really want to look at the free agency like this. And let me see who give a shout out to MG_Styles right there. And then his name is MG_Got Styles. Appreciate him. He sent that about 2 hours ago. Look how accurate that is. I like that. So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, in this free agency class that just came about, we did go out there and get a KZ, right? We went out there and got a Neal. I'm very high on the aspect of Neal. We went and got a Basham who can help out on the edge. We got a Carlos Watkins who can put inside, and maybe he'll gain a few pounds and he can play that inside role. And we did went and got a Brent Urban who is like 6'7" that can scrape the sky. He's 310 pounds, give or take. Maybe that's where the Cowboys are looking at to fill in some of those areas there. And I'm just saying this, Cowboy Nation. Maybe the reason why they didn't bring in a legitimate cornerback is because they're going to draft Patrick Surtain with the 10th overall draft pick. Maybe that could be the situation, and they can roll out with the notion that you got a Blake Jarwin and you got the it was the guy Dalton Schultz, right? Appreciate you, $9.99 for your mind, Deshaun Taylor. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much.
This is Sparta!
Let's go. Appreciate it. That's the remix version of This Is. My boy Chad Surratt is the best from UNC. This is from Quinte. My thing is, and I hope I said your name right, charge it to my head, not my heart. My thing is, you got a guy, Chad Surratt, who was, quote-unquote, a quarterback that transitions over to a linebacker. Now, you're talking about a guy that knows the soft area in the zone, who you probably can scoop up in the later rounds. Yes, and, of course, he may be one of those guys, maybe a brain of a mind of out there that we need football pedigree and smarts out there. He can be that guy in the middle. And one thing that I can say, let me see if I can rewind with what this kid said, Michael Lombardi.
You want to play a slow safety against them, good. One thing about the tight end is they create matchup problems for you, right? You want to play a small corner against them, good luck. You want to play a slow safety against them, good luck. What you want to be able to accomplish in football is to put one formation on the field, right? Play 12 personnel, one back, two tight ends, and then make the defense have to adjust to you. If they want to play base against that, then you throw the ball. If they want to play nickel against that, then you run the ball. It's not a complicated game, but what makes it complex is the ability of your players.
All right, so I got to go all the way back to here when he broke that down. Let me see. Where we go.
Play more cover one, where you're going to play 80 to 90% of the time. Now, they play cover three zone, and when a receiver comes into their area, they take him in a man-to-man, but they're a zone concept. It's a lot of money to spend on a zone corner. Now, if you're going to change the scheme and you're going to play more cover one, or you're going to play a lot of more cover five, two deep man under, that's fine. But you got to ask yourself that question. Pete Carroll, up until the time he paid Sherman, really didn't want to pay anybody other than the free safety, the strong safety, which impacts the middle of the field, and the defensive front.
All right, so free safety, strong safety, and the defensive front, which impact the middle of the field. That's why I wanted to get to the core. Let's talk about core. You know more about a person. You know, people can have big biceps, strong legs, but if their core not intact, if they don't have that core intact, they ain't winning. You know, that core controls everything. You know, you can fake out a lot of things, but that stomach, man, to get those six-packs and beyond, that's straight-up discipline, right? That is the core of your body. It holds majority of the framework of your body. It holds the equilibrium, you know, the dexterity and everything and beyond. So when you're talking about building from the inside out, you want your bigger pieces in the middle, and you want that to be intact. I think that Cam Chancellor, he played the force, right? And Earl Thomas, he played the rangy guy, right? And we always knew that Bobby Wagner and the guy that we were trying to squeeze over here, KJ Wright, they was interchangeable. Those guys worked in harmony with each other, and they was always on the same page. But that was the core, and everybody else was ancillary pieces. And, of course, I'll be remiss to say that, but I think that Richard Sherman was a dog. He was very brilliant and smart within the confines of the system. But the main pieces were inside. Big Maybank was a big boy. He gobbled up many guys, right? But my thing is, Cowboy Nation, when we look at everything and we talk about this particular team, the Dallas Cowboys, one can argue and make strong points that our core We this guy that got the Popeye arms, but we got this poor man's belly. You know, we never really had anything that was in the interior. There's nobody that can be afraid of us, and I'm not trying to put this out here saying that Chad Surratt is that guy, because I know that we were recently talking about Chad Surratt, but I think that Chad Surratt can be visual. He can know where the zone at. He can play within the confines of that hook area, and he can pretty much cover. So I like his abilities as well. But when we talk about in general, I'm just trying to generalize this thing. The Cowboys must focus in on the core, yes. So let's see. Draft Kyle Pitts is from Sean Watt. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Jessica. Thank you. It's your birthday too. Shout out to Nine Dime. He in the house. Really appreciate you all. Thank everybody for jumping in. Any chance Greg Newsom falls to 44? I love his game. Just not sure he will make it into the second. I'm quite sure that the order, you guys remember this order of operations? It could be just this, and you guys just hear me out. It could be just this. People love diamonds, right? Diamonds are rare. Diamonds are unique. And depending on, the cut of the diamond is the most valuable, or what the worthiness of the diamond. But in order for a diamond to be made, it had to live in the dirt first, right? Born in the triple darkness of the heat and pressure over a period of years. But it's rare. I believe, and this is just my thoughts, that someone is going to look at Caleb Farley and they're going to say, man, that's a diamond. That's an unpolished stone right there. I'm seeing the traits. And coaches have this macho mentality that I can coach him up. He got the skills. He got the speed. He got the size and all of the measurables. Y'all just follow along with me, because, hell, if I'm coaching, I'm going to say, hey, I can coach him up. Give him to me. Let me work with him. All the other stuff is just new. It's just flatter, Give him to me. I believe somebody's going to look into that, and I think that Caleb Farley will be the first defensive back gone. And then naturally, because of the pro day and because of the hype of everything, and I'm not sullying or denigrating PS2, Patrick Surtain, but I think that he will be the second person gone, and then the third will be somebody random that we never knew of. It could be Greg Newsom. It could be anybody else, because I can see the people having their reservations because of the way and the nature everyone is talking negative about J.C. Horn. I can see that, right? And it's always a cornerback every year that we never seen or we never heard of that's all of a sudden saying, oh, wow, he's the guy. He's the one. And this is a long paragraph here. Essay champion goes to Constantine, right? What most people don't understand, which Law and I have said for weeks, we can get Sewell, Pitts, the Florida Darisol, okay, Slater, Moorridge, okay. In this draft from the 2nd to the 7th, you can get Elijah Molden. There's some good points right here. It's long, but it's worthy, huh? It is worthy. All right, Holland. Let's see, Stokes. Okay, you got a long laundry list. And Nasruddin, yes, he's pretty good. Washington, he's pretty good. Okay, so I love this. Constantine, you're bringing out some wonderful situations here. So basically what you're saying is that there's tiers, and I'm trying to decipher this, but we got a certain tier of guys that you can get in the first round with that 10th pick because it's luxury. We paid the price. We sucked bad enough to be in that 10th spot, right? And the point of it is that you grab the best player available so you would never have to get back to that 10th spot again or selection. All right? So the craziest thing of it all, I'm a diehard Cowboy fan through and through, and this argument been going on for, I guess, about 6 months now, right? Some people were saying, hey, tank, so we can be in that first spot, right? And I'm sitting here like fighting to win, do the best that you can be. And now I'm on this side of the coin still saying fighting. Go grab the best player that you can find, right? Don't look for needs. Go grab the best option available, best player available. Go out there and get your best. So what he's saying is that in the second round, there's a tier or a slew of guys that you can get that's in the same window. It's the same window as these guys. It's plenty of guys. I mean, let's be real with it, Cowboy Nation. Let's just flat out be honest. Elijah Molden, I think that we'll be happy with that because we'll be sitting there saying, man, we got a small, twitchy guy who's aggressive. He's not the fastest guy on planet Earth, but we love his nuances, right? And we got the chances to get a Javon Holland. We got a chance to get the Aaron Robertson kid, Kevin Joseph, who one can say that, man, he's so underrated. He could be the best cornerback out of this thing, right? The Trill Williams kid. We got so many options of where we picking at within the second. But what the Cowboys can't do is this right here, Cowboy Nation. They can't be going out there reaching. Yeah, it can't be reaching. Try to do this for about an hour. You see how that feels, right? You know, you can't be reaching and pulling. You see, the Cowboys, they looked at it and said, man, I'm going to go out here and I know that this guy is dynamic. I know this guy can take the top off the defense. He grew up loving his team. He said that he would do this. But, man, we got a headache already in number 88. We got this thing going on with this player and these things going on with that. Hell, this guy just stabbed a man in the neck. Let's just play this safe. Let's go out here and bring in the Greg Ellis situation, right? They played it safe, and there's nothing wrong with playing it safe. But newsflash, did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play it safe when they went and got a Sue, right? Oh, and we go back to the last previous 10 years, right, of the teams that won the Super Bowl or what have you. I'm talking about the free agency now. I'm pivoting. Did those teams play it safe when they went out there and they grabbed guys that they know for sure that can help elevate their team? Did they wait to the last minute and moments? No. They went out there and made those acquisitions to make this thing work out the best way possible. This draft class is very deep on defense. Let me see. I would say that this particular draft class is deep on defensive backs. They're deep in that category. They are deep in that situation. As far as linebackers, yeah, they semi-deep in linebackers, but the value system of linebackers is diminishing year in and year out. You're looking for more of safeties coming down, playing that linebacker role, being a hybrid style of linebacker. Look at the JOK kid from Notre Dame, right? Look at most of these situations like the Colts linebacker a couple of years ago. Was it Leonard Davis? I'm messing up this guy's name. But these hybrid style of linebackers is changing the game around, right? Knock Andrews says, Raider Nation here, can I subscribe? You can do whatever you want. It's your world. Richie Grant, David C says Pitts at 10, Richie Grant at the 44th slot, Joseph at the 75th. Yeah, we still need that big dog inside, though. We need that core. As much as we like Joseph and Richie, they can't follow nobody for 6 seconds, 7 seconds. We gotta really, really, really figure out a way. Deshaun Taylor, appreciate you. You gotta pay $59.99 to get in. Whoa, where you going? Even in the third round, there's great DBs and safeties. Yeah, you got to look at it like this, Constantine. In that third or fourth round, think about this. Can they play cover 3? So what most need to do is look at scouting reports and see who all. Darius Leonard, appreciate you, Rue Glock. Yeah, appreciate you. I was thinking of his name. I was calling him Darius David or something, man. My bad. Darius Leonard, appreciate you, man. He's only 215. He's a linear build guy. Plays through the echoes of the West. So got a very, very, very aggressive mindset, and he's a student and knowledgeable of the game. And I think that he carried himself the right and proper way. So when we look at it like the compacts, like the context of how they are built, the compact I meant to say of a Neil versus a Darius, or when you look at the aspect of not just linear built guys, I think that, believe it or not, when you look at LVE, the way he's built, studies and research show that the more linear you build, linear like upwards and down, the more target areas that can hit and you can get injured, So, and it's a story of a different day. Tampa won with their O-line. They did some movements, man, O-line and D-line, down in the trenches. Yeah, down in the trenches. Dallas Playboy, what's good with you? Who's this Uncle Charles? Everyone riding his. Hey, man, hey, how dare you? How dare you come in here with the disrespect? I'm gonna give you. You got to be a little bit more respectful. Let me put you in timeout just for a quick second, Dallas Playboy. Don't disrespect the Unc around here, man. But I appreciate you for commenting. But now everybody gonna give you a piece of who Uncle Charles is. But I appreciate you for watching, though. Get Parson to replace LVE. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, even my stomach growling over here. Let me see how I can put this in better perspectives. I like Parsons, but I don't see the Cowboys drafting him with the 10th overall pick, You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things that we have to look at it like this. I'm with the belief that the Cowboys are going to figure this thing out with KJ Wright. I believe that the Cowboys are going to figure this thing out with the mindset of Francis Bernard. And I don't think that they're going to draft so high. I don't think they're going to draft so high on linebackers. And I don't see Parson making it all the way to the second and third round. I just don't see it that way. But I could be 1,000,000% wrong. If the Cowboys stick to their philosophy and stay with the best player available, they can really probably reach into their pockets and go grab such player, right? He says, get one of them Penn State linebackers with 4.39 speed. It is speed. It is speed. Man, boy, if it was any other year, we would say to ourselves, man, can we at least have a piece of a combine? Because these numbers, man, I believe I think I'm right now, if I had a pro day, man, Law Nation just ran a 4.39, baby. Oh, my goodness, he ran a 4.39. Actually, it was a 4.58 or 4.67. We just never know. But we'll find out, man, how this thing will all work its way out. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. I want to tell people right now, trust the tape. Trust the tape. Trust the tape. These universities, right, got strong reasons to obscure the number a little bit. It helps out on their department. It helps out on their recruitment. It helps out on so many things. Look at our program. This player coming in, 5-star recruit, coming out of such and such Mississippi. Now he went to our program, and now he's running a 4.29, 4.3, 4. You know, oh, he bench pressed such and such. You know, this kid is amazing, right? Oh my goodness. No, I think Miami takes Pitts. Tua needs weapons. Tua need also protection. But I see what you're saying. I can understand where you're coming from. Tua do need a weapon. Why not Jamar Chase, right? Why not Waddle? There's so many things, Cowboy Nation. This kid right here, where did I post it at? Did I post it here? Let's see. No, I didn't post it. Oh, my goodness. I didn't post it here. Let me see. I didn't post it here. That Jamar Chase, his numbers and everything was in the same wheelhouse. Same wheelhouse of a DK Metcalf, a Julio Jones. Jamar Chase is bad. That brother is good. That boy is good. Christian Barmore, this is from Richardson. My thing is with Christian Barmore, he'll be right there in the second. I don't see him in the third or what have you. And even though he got this big old question mark of him against the run, I think that a team would say, man, forget it, man. We're going to roll the dice on him. We want him. Moneymaker Mall says Pitts is a unicorn. Yeah, he's flat out is. All right, so for those who just not jumping in, let me play the clip one more time, and we're going to shake this thing around. Jimmy Davis, yeah. Jermaine Davis, he ran pretty good today too. He did a good job.
Those are all, in general, kind of boring places, right, for Jerry Jones. Do you think that that's driving him nuts, not having, something that's super splashy?
I don't know. I think the only thing the Cowboys can do, and the best thing they can do, is get the best player. I don't think they have a luxury of just picking by need. Do they need a corner? Here's the reality you got to ask, right? All right, Dan Quinn's the new defensive coordinator.
Yep.
They play zone 80% of the time in the Pete Carroll system. Do you want to spend a high draft pick on a corner that's going to play 80% a zone? I don't want to hear, well, they had Richard Sherman. No, they were a zone team when they had Richard Sherman. They were a zone team when they had Byron Maxwell. They've been a zone team in Seattle 80 to 90% of the time. Now, they play cover 3 zone, and when a receiver comes into their area, they take him in a man-to-man. But they're a zone concept. It's a lot of money to spend on a zone corner. Now, if you're going to change the scheme and you're going to play more cover 1, or you're going to play a lot of more cover 5, 2 deep man under, that's fine. But you got to ask yourself that question. Pete Carroll, up until the time he paid Sherman, really didn't want to pay anybody other than the free safety, the strong safety, which impacts the middle of the field, and the defensive front. That's how they always handled that scheme. Free safety, strong safety, middle linebacker, defensive line. That's how they paid it.
I think I might know, since you said take the best player, but what if for some reason the best player sitting on the board was Kyle Pitts? Do you still take him if you're the Cowboys, knowing the defensive?
You better. If he makes it to them, they just sprint that card in. Are you kidding me? The tight ends are the most versatile player in all of football. You got to take tight. Look, the one thing about the tight end is they create matchup problems for you. Right? You want to play a small corner against them, good luck. You want to play a slow safety against them, good luck. What you want to be able to accomplish in football is to put one formation on the field, right? Play 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends, and then make the defense have to adjust to you. If they want to play base against that, then you throw the ball. If they want to play nickel against that, then you run the ball. It's not a complicated game, but what makes it complex is the ability of your players.
So with the ability of your players, you got to have that ability to mask a lot of those things, Cowboy Nation. And my thing is, I believe in the hearts of hearts. Yeah, the Cowboys can create that with a Jarwin, right? We just need to see Jarwin do it on a consistent level. Is Jarwin day one better than Kyle Pitts right now? Playing in the National Football League, we got to give it to Jarwin right now, right? I'm not going to be foolish to say otherwise. But let's see if I can pull this up. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's very, 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 very blurry there. But this is the cover 1. You see, it's so important for the middle of the field for you to have that range, and then you got man underneath. If you're looking at that, then that would be more of a style of a J.C. Horn. If you want to go with J.C. Horn and Diggs, and you got your rangy safety over the top, somebody that can redirect, push you out the way, get physical, and have that aggressive demeanor, then your 10th overall draft pick should be with the Dallas Cowboys, somebody with the likings of that. I don't think, and I could be 1,000,000% wrong with this, but I don't think that the Cowboys are in that sweepstakes of going out there grabbing J.C. Horn with the 10th overall pick, unless they're putting a lot of fillers out there. And I like J.C. Horn. He's my number one cornerback, but I just don't think that they would go that route. Unfortunately, that's just how it rolls from here. Now, cover 3 is a whole lot different. You got guys that dropping off into a zone, and then when they come, what we really call is loose man, whereas they still have man principles, and it's still a zone, but it's more so off ball, when the ball in a certain perimeter, you're attacked, and you have man-to-man responsibilities, but it's loose. So I believe in the hearts of hearts, if the Cowboys do decide to go roll with a Patrick Surtain, it would just go like this. With the 10th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Patrick Surtain, and then they're going to play the NFL music, and everybody, mama, uncle, cousin is going to be jumping around because of the fact that you got, let me get that out the way. Bam, get that out the way. Because of the fact that you got the Trayvon Diggs and what Trayvon Diggs was able to do his rookie year. You live off of that aspect of it. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just with the belief, I'm going to say this again, I'm with the belief that you go out there and you select the best player available. Don't window dress this thing up. And if you stay true to your board, the safest pick for the Dallas Cowboys, the safest, will be an offensive lineman, right? I think that we are used to the Dallas Cowboys drafting an offensive lineman in the first picks or what have you. I guess the rogue pick of the Dallas Cowboys will be something similar like they did last year when they picked up CeeDee Lamb. The rogue pick will be similar, Kyle Pitts. The second safest pick will be Patrick Surtain. Wait a minute, what the hell are you doing type of movement will be the Dallas Cowboys decided to trade back. And we'll be clamoring to see what type of deal that they got if they do decide to do that. And we will find out when the draft day come. Which way would you guys like to go? Huh? Which way would you guys like to see this thing go? Because I'm with the belief the Cowboys would do one of those things. Draft an offensive lineman, go rogue and draft a Kyle Pitts, or look at this situation and say to themselves, we want to build this thing with Patrick Surtain because we want to have that Alabama ties. Hell, go with the first 2 picks. Bama, 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 right? Patrick Surtain, Christian Barmore, right? Oh, my goodness. Come on. I'm going to close this thing out, but I really appreciate you guys for jumping in and tuning in to this show. If you like this channel, hit that like button. It does something strange to this channel to get the groove going. Turn me up. Yeah. You get all of that stuff going. And it helps out this channel tremendously. If you're watching on the Law Nation's original page. Oh, I forgot before y'all go. I forgot to do this drawing situation again, and I want somebody to win so I can get this out of my house, because I really would like for you guys to be a part of this right here. Give me a few seconds. Bear with me. I want you guys to be a part of this winning groove, and so that I can start giving away something else. I almost forgot. So let me see if I can just bear with me. Move this other way. Put the wheel up here. The long wheel, right? Let me see if I can play something like this. Yeah, it's like a wheel music right here. Come on. Yeah, let's go. We're going to play this thing. Are y'all ready? Let me know. Are y'all ready? Come on. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. Justin Camacho. You are the winner of this big old cowboy blanket. I got it somewhere. I'm telling you, this cowboy blanket, it can cover better than Jordan Hip Pocket Lewis, I believe. Cover better than Cheeto. That's why he's gone. They said, man, we got this cover blanket. I don't know where I put it at, but you guys get what I'm saying. So Justin Camacho, if y'all know Justin Camacho, matter of fact, let me do this again. I'm going to roll that mug 2 more times, 3 times for your mind, just to represent the 90s. So if Justin do not contact me by tomorrow, then it goes to the next person. And if the next person don't contact me by tomorrow, it goes to the next person. And then if not, then I'm gonna be like, man, since the Facebook community slow with it, I'm gonna just dibble and dabble and keep it straight to the YouTube community. How about that? So we're gonna roll that thing again. Turn me up. Hey. All right. 5, 4. Ooh. Watch that beat come in. Ooh. 3, 2. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Right on the cusp. Horton. Yes. 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 Horton. Dog. You got 24. And that's my favorite number. You got 24 hours, fam. You got 24 hours. We're looking for you. We're gonna roll that thing one more time, and then I'm gonna go to the YouTube community, and we're just gonna let the YouTube community get a chance at this. One more time. If y'all got 24 hours. What's that lady that sing that 24 hours? Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 8. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Come on. All right. Y'all jamming with the nation, baby. Kevin Dang Bong. So I got those 3 names. I got all 3 of y'all names, fam, to represent the 90s. Whoever contact me within the 24 hours, especially if it's the first person, and if you don't contact me within the 24 hours, then it's going to be Horton Kid. And if Horton don't contact me, then it's going to be Vanga. How you say it? I think it was Lil Kev, but I guess correct those spelling, put loud. It was Lil Kev. Lil Kev thing and things, you know. But appreciate you, Lil Kev. Cowboy Nation, really appreciate y'all for jumping in. We're going to get this thing going the best way possible. Turn me up. Hey. Come on. Law. I feel you, though. Cool. Hey. Oh, let's go. Shout out to my dog, J Farm in the house. Shout out to Miss Jessica. I really appreciate you. You know we love you. Shout out to you, Quinte. Cool. Let's go. Shout out to Sharon and Shop. Appreciate you. For those who are able to understand or realize how they was able to get into the drawing. And look, the Facebook community, they ain't even commenting, man. How y'all not commenting, man? This is a gift for y'all. But appreciate you, Constantine. I wish you was able to be in that wheel, man, so you can win something. You always communicating and putting your stuff out there. But we'll do this thing again the next time, and I promise you, YouTube community, I got you. I got you on some Cowboys gear and beyond. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time I have for this beautiful moment. Let's continue to grind and shine. Y'all always know this. When the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. And keep your head high. Let me say this. Let me see. G, good night. Yeah, appreciate you. Let me see what I got on my mind. Let's see. Out of the nights that cover me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank God for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutches of circumstances, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeons of chance, my head is bloody, but I'm bowed. Beyond this place of wraths and tears looms but the harbor is shed, and yet the minutes of years shall find me unafraid. Let's go. Let's continue to grind to shine, baby. We out, baby. Let's go. I am the master of my faith. I am the captain of my soul. Let's continue, baby. Let's go. Who? We grinding and we grinding. God bless y'all all night, baby. Let's go. Yes. I forgot to play this game. Let's play this kid. Let's get out of here, baby. Cut it short. Yeah, let's go. Peace. I don't know where I put my backdrop picture at. Hold on. Let me see the fire emojis. I'm still here. I gotta find my backdrop photo. Here we go, baby. We building the plane while it's in the air, baby. Yeah. I hope I don't lose this one, baby. Bam, here we go. Come on. I'm just warming up a way to lie. Let's go. Different colors in my baggy light. Turn me up. Chalk it up. Talk of the town. Shout out to you, Chuck. Wanna get you a ring and you shout out to you, Uncle Charles. Get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. Shout out to you, Sadiq. Now I move up and move humble cause appreciate you. Yes, sir. I see you, Ron. I see you. Rue Glock. I got wifey on blingin' she Townsend. Let's go. Photo. Please. No photos. No. G's. No. Please. Tell them. No photos. I keep giving game away. Let's go. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. Let's go. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Jenny from the block, let's go. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give I'm you the realest, baby. When they sign you let's up. Go. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're on rules. Let's go. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Come on. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing on your way out, be sure to hit that like, share. Photo, please, no photos. No. G's, no. Please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blingin' she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. No. G's, no. Please, no photos. Let's go. Fatality. Yeah, he killed that. Let's go. Cowboy Nation, that's all the time we got for this beautiful moment. Y'all be sure to check this page out, Law Nation, and check out the channel, Law Nations and Law Nations 2.0. We out.